Tacky in Trouble. Hello, little viewers. This story is about a penguin which is different of its kind. Whether you like the difference, how do you feel about this tacky? Just comment me in the comment box. Let's get into the story. Let's see now what all this naughty penguin has done. Now you are looking at all friends of Tacky. As this morning, they all stood on iceberg and started singing. Sunrise on the iceberg. All these friends are named as Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. Now the Tacky came to greet its friends who were standing on the seashore. It's greeting by giving a hard slap at the back. See, one friend is almost to fall in the water, and you can look at the expressions of all other friends who are greeted by Tacky. They are with much anger, but our lovely Tacky is so cool. Now they are set for the morning activities. What are the activities? Ice block building, napkin folding, feather combing, ballroom dancing. See, one penguin is neatly combing its hair, but the other, Tacky, is it combing? Combing also with what it is combing? It's combing with a fork. Look at the picture, it's combing with a fork. How is its fur? Is it neatly combed? No way. No way. It's all like a porcupine hair, right? Coming to the ice block activity again. One penguin is building its blocks very neatly. Coming to a tacky. Oh my god, it balanced uneven sized rocks. But look, it hold a very huge block of ice to keep on a very small block of ice. Could it manage it? Oh ho. After completing all their morning activities, it's nap time for all birds. It's nap time for all birds except for Tacky. Now it stood on a huge block of ice and started for surfing. It just cried like, "What a great day for surfing!" What does goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect its friend said? Go surfing if you must, but please do it quietly. So Tacky took off alone and coasted over the waves. Suddenly, what happened? The wind came up, filling his shirt like a sail, and he found himself blowing full speed ahead out to sea. He loved the spray on his beak and the thrill of the ride. Look, on he sailed and on through sunny days and starlit nights. By the time he finally reached land, he was standing on a tippy webs on an ice cube. At the beginning of his journey, he was on a very huge block of ice. Because of his long journey, that very huge block of ice has become a small ice cube. With his little heart beating in excitement, Tacky waddled ashore, ready for an adventure. To get full fun, I should read these lines for you from the story. Look. After being greeted by the strangest penguins he had ever seen, he came upon a large grey rock. Did it really meet odd penguins at that place? No, that was a parrot. And Tacky thought those parrots are the odd penguins. What sort of rock does Tacky say about? Let's see. Tacky said about rocks. How nice! He had lots of rocks at home. Funny, thought Tacky. This rock is warm. The rocks he knew were cold. And it's a little squishy. The rocks he knew were hard and sort of hairy. Hairy. He couldn't remember any hairy rocks back on the iceberg. Then what this could be? What sort of rock it should be? I never saw. Tacky never could sit still for long. So he did the little rock hopping dance he had always enjoyed doing at home. It started. I don't need shoes and I don't need socks. Just my yellow mellow feet for hopping on the rocks. Hey, I don't need shoes and I don't need socks. Just my yellow mellow feet for hopping on the rocks. Hey, it went on singing again and again, jumping on that rock. What happened next? Suddenly, Suddenly the rock rose up and voice louder than any penguins, a voice louder than even Tacky's, boomed. Something is tickling my back. Before Tacky could ask what's happening, the rock, whose name happened to be Rocky, grabbed him and they were crashing through the jungle. Tacky usually loves adventures, but was this fun or what? He was not sure. Finally, Rocky came to a very grey clearing. Means that place is filled only with rocks. We cannot even see a single grass there. Remember this point that the place is rocky, means only grey color we can find all around that place. It's very boring place, no colors at all. Why I'm saying this again and again, you can know when I read the further story. After reaching this place, what did Rocky do? Who is Rocky? Elephant. What did Rocky do? Pluck Tacky down and bell out, "Flowers for my table." While Tacky was puzzled, Rocky was overjoyed, for she had taken one look at Tacky's shirt and was convinced she has brought home the most beautiful bunch of flowers in the world. Yes, indeedy. Just what I needed to brighten up this dreary old place. Let's see, I'll need a wide vase. It's a gorgeous bunch of flowers, but pretty thick around the stem area. What stem area does Rocky saying about? It's nothing but a tummy of a penguin. After choosing her widest ways, Rocky plopped Tack in and he looked around. The table was set for dinner with ketchup and lemon pie and grape punch and gravy and mustard and marmalade and peanut butter and lots of other good things. Rocky galloped gleefully around the table singing, "Flowers make all the difference, flowers make all the difference." "I'm not a bunch of flowers," said Tacky. "Say what?" Rocky trumpeted. "Of course you're a bunch of flowers. Don't be silly." She sniffed Tacky. "You smell lovely too." "Thank you," said Tacky. "But I'm not a bunch of flowers. I'm a penguin." Rocky eyed Tacky suspiciously. "What's a penguin? Some sort of weird plant?" Till now I thought this is just a bunch of flowers. But after listening to Tacky's words, Rocky got suspicious. "No, I'm not a weed plant," offered Tacky. "It's a kind of bird." "A bird?" snorted Rocky. "What a hoot! You're not like any bird I have ever seen." Tacky felt his neck feathers prickle uncomfortably. "I'm really, honestly, truly a penguin," repeated. Rocky don't want to hear this. She wanted only flowers. What she wanted? She wanted only flowers. Where are the flowers? On Penguin's shirt. She needed those flowers, and her dull grey home needed those flowers. "If you're a penguin, prove it," Rocky demanded. Then she reached out. Whoosh! She snatched Tacky's shirt. "At least I'm keeping the shed blossoms, no matter what." "Well, unless you can convince me you are a penguin." Tacky knew he was in trouble now. His shirt was his sail, and without his shirt, how would he get home? Would he ever see goodly, lovely Angel neatly and perfect again? "Hurry up! I'm hungry and I don't have all day," snapped Rocky impatiently. "Prove you are a penguin. Do something penguinish." Tacky thought very hard. He just had to show her. Oh, yes, he remembered. Penguins march. He began, "One, two, three," stepped in the ketchup bowl without knowing it, and continued marching over the table. 4, 5, 1700. What else? Rocky asked. Penguin's belly slide? Tacky got a running started, skidded across the lemon pie, and swished in swirls over the tablecloth. Hmm, where was the lemon smell come from? Gone, ordered Rocky. Penguin's drive. Tacky took a bounding leap up and did a splashy cannonball into a pitcher of grape punch. Refreshing. Looking all these activities of a penguin, Rocky got confused. More confused than convinced, Rocky said, and keep going. What else? What else could a penguin do? Then he remembered what had gotten him into the situation in the first place. And he said, penguins are excellent hoppers. Bravely tilting his beak up in his best proper hopping form, he hopped in the gravy and hopped on the cloth and hopped in the mustard and hopped on the cloth and hopped in the marmalade and hopped on the cloth and hopped in the peanut butter and hopped on the cloth and then it stopped. Look at the tablecloth, what mess she has done. Also, look at the penguin, how it is standing before Rocky. It stood before Tacky and shrugged hopefully. See, I'm a penguin. Rocky looked at her red, purple, brown, gold, orange, tan tablecloth and bellowed. What have you done to my tablecloth? Tacky froze. He had been having fun doing penguin things and hadn't even realized that he had made a mess. Oh, he thought, I'm stuck here forever. I'll never get home to my iceberg. My tablecloth, my tablecloth, hooted Rocky. I love it. I simply love it. Look at those colors. They are brilliant. They are beautiful. And they are so much prettier than your blossoms. No offense. Here you go. You wonderful. Odd, whatever you are. With that, she picked up Tacky's shirt and flipped it to him. She also threw him a hot dog, a cookie, and 3 kisses. Thank you, she trumpeted, and Tacky waved goodbye and set out for the water's edge. Tacky leapt onto a log, thinking, I don't know. Ice blocks came in brown. Is this ice block came in brown? No, it's a log, but Tacky doesn't know those things. So it compared everything with the things what it knows. He compared the parrots with the penguins. He compared the elephant with the rock. Now we think that this log has a ice block. Okay. And as his shirt caught the wind, he said, "Sail." Meanwhile, back on the iceberg, goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect were singing sunrise on the iceberg. The sun rose, but they did not feel in charge. Life just had been the same without Tacky. Everything was so orderly, and they were tired of patting each other on the back and whispering, What's happening? Nothing was happening. Without Tacky, nothing was happening. Then they saw the speck in the distance. Could it be? Could it be? As the speck came closer and closer, they could see it was Tacky. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect. Hug at Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird, but a nice bird to have around. Miles away, the elephant sat by the tablecloth, its colorful tablecloth, and thought the same thing about our lovely bird Tacky. This is all about troubles of our Tacky. Come on, close your eyes. Now recollect all the stories. Start with the entry of penguin beating their friends. Then continue your thinking. Then you'll fall into sleep. Now, don't forget to comment about the story in the comment box. I get to know better about my readers, okay? Good night. Let's see you in the next story.